I just got back from the greatest vacation ever. I got to travel all around sub-Saharan Africa. I saw many interesting attractions and took beautiful photos. The trip began with me landing in the coastal city of Cape Town, South Africa. Once there, I visited the Castle of Good Hope. I spent a good 45 to 50 minutes there. I absolutely loved all the history surrounding the castle. I was provided with great facts about the area as well. After listening to the tour guides and doing some research of my own, I found that the structure has been standing for over 300 years. It was definitely one of the most educational and historical attractions I've visited. Next, I took a visit to Camps Bay. I stayed at the spectacular Villa Barbara Hotel. The views from the hotel were nothing short of magnificent. I was really able to see all the beauty of Camps Bay put into perspective. After doing some research, I learned that Camps Bay is most known for its fine white sand beach. Lucky for me, I was able to experience it firsthand. I'm not surprised the Camps Bay beach has become its main attraction. Overall, Camps Bay was full of many gorgeous sights, such as the ocean and mountains. After that, I took an amazing aerial cable to Table Mountain. Table Mountain is a flat-topped mountain that overlooks the city of Cape Town. The cable car only took about 5 minutes to get everyone to the top. I was shocked when the tour guide explained that the mountain's elevation was over 3,000 feet. The view of Cape Town was absolutely breathtaking, and not just because I'm terrified of heights. There wasn't much to do once at the top of the mountain, other than admire the view and chat with other tourists. Once evening came around, I left the tour group to check out an attraction of my own. Of all the incredible places to go, I chose Bo-Kaap Museum. Bo-Kaap is a former town in Cape Town, formerly known as the Malay Quarter. It is one of the most photographed places in the city, most likely due to its colorfully painted buildings. It is also one of Cape Town's more historical sites. For example, it is home to South Africa's oldest mosque. I really enjoyed seeing the brightly colored buildings all throughout the town. They were an unusual but pleasant sight. I definitely would not mind visiting Bo-Kaap again. After visiting the captivating museum, I decided I wanted to see the famous Kalahari Desert, so I visited Galagadi Transfrontier Park. I took some amazing photos such as the ones you're seeing now. The park is located in the Kalahari Desert region of Botswana and South Africa, bordering Namibia to the west. The scenery is full of natural beauty. While touring the area, I learned a lot about the desert life in the sub-Saharan Africa. There are plenty of wildlife in the area such as lions, wildebeest, cheetahs, hyenas, the occasional leopard, and the less common giraffe. I was able to snap a photo of a pair of lions on one of the roads. Since I was so close to Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, I decided it'd be worth seeing. During my visit, I learned that it flows 1,687 miles across Zambia, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique until it reaches the Indian Ocean. While I was there, I had an amazing opportunity to go on a helicopter flight over the falls, so of course I did. It was for sure one of the greatest experiences I'd had on my vacation. The helicopter ride really captured the magnificence of the attraction and provided me with some of the most beautiful scenery of my whole trip. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, I found out that horseback safaris are offered to tourists. I figured it'd be a perfect way to wrap up my visit to Victoria Falls. While on the horseback safari, I was able to get up close with much of Zimbabwe's wildlife. I also got great views of the falls, but nothing like the helicopter ride. I continued north to see some of Africa's stunning rainforest ecosystems. I traveled up the Zambezi River through Malawi, Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda, eventually entering Uganda to visit the Kibale Forest National Park. When I got there, I was greeted by sights of the amazing rainforest wildlife all around, such as chimpanzees, baboons, and other primates. I learned a whole lot about the area. I learned that it is 269 square miles in size and located between 3,600 feet to 5,200 feet in elevation. One of the more interesting things I learned is that there are 229 species of trees within the park. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to learn so much while in the Kibale Forest National Park. After seeing so much wildlife, I decided to check out urban life in Africa. I did this by traveling to Nairobi, Kenya. While I was there, I saw a mixture of wealth and poverty. I learned that 42% of its population of 44 million live below the poverty line. These statistics were quite shocking. According to this research, only 58% of Kenya is not in poverty. Basic quality services that we have here in the U.S., such as healthcare, education, clean water, and sanitation is seen as a luxury for most people. For one of my last stops, I took a visit to East Mogadishu, Somalia. Although tourists are warned to stay away from Mogadishu due to the active terrorist groups there, I went anyway. I figured it'd be an interesting experience. My first stop was the old Shanghai city. I didn't encounter many other tourists in the area, but compared to the rest of Mogadishu, I saw a lot. I believe this is because the old Shanghai city is said to be the most scenic attraction in the area. Next, I decided to check out the Baccarat Market. The Baccarat Market is an open market and the largest in the nation. I was surprised to learn that the market has been around since 1972 during the reign of Mohammed Said Bear. Luckily, I did not encounter any terrorists. Finally, I traveled far west to complete my trip in Timbuktu, Mali. I enjoyed seeing the incredible architecture throughout the areas. I also got a chance to visit the world-famous Gruber Mosque. The Gruber Mosque is a famous learning center of Mali, built in 1327. I really enjoyed my African vacation. I got to see amazing tourist attractions, take beautiful photos, and have the experience of a lifetime.